Alright, here's a garden update for December 9th, 2022. It's quite cold still, like it's only about 14 degrees at the moment, I believe. And we're still heading for like low to mid-teens through the next week. And this is like middle of December, so thanks La Nina and other weather effects going on at the moment. Anyway, so we have a lemon here, I believe it is, just going through the flowering process. I have considered removing a bunch of these flowers because I'm not sure I want this to fruit fully yet, but it is a dwarf lemon, so probably will stay at about that size. And I'll show you the dwarf orange shortly. So we have some garlic here. Garlic is about to all be pulled out. I've already pulled some, which came out quite nice. But these are pretty much ready to go, so we'll get them pulled up very soon. We got the herb bed with the top left is the sage, which has done flowering. These I think there's sativas are really nice flowers there. You see them out in the wild a little bit. Chives, it's the garlic chives, I think. Thyme up the back, oregano, and a flat leaf parsley, which is just about to finish flowering or starting. Actually forgot where we're at with that one. Over here, so this bed's gonna clear all this out, replace it with a lot of lettuce and other like real basic sort of stuff, so that we can have like an easy access bed, given that this is real close to the back door. You'll see some mint down the back there. I'm trying to get rid of that because we all know that mint's awful to deal with. Sunflowers here. There are a few sporadic sunflowers throughout the garden and more coming. We've got the pumpkin. So this is a speckled pumpkin, the one with a little sort of pimples all over it, which are actually part of a sugar in the skin kind of process. So these have been protected from birds because I did have a little one here that got chomped by birds, but it's actually come back, which I was a little bit surprised about. Anyway, this is going to occupy a lot of this bed, and I've got to obviously do some weeding here. I haven't done for a little while. More sunflowers down here. These are self-seeded pumpkin potatoes from compost that wasn't going in here, and I was like, we'll just have some more potatoes, because as you'll see very soon, we actually have potatoes everywhere. So this is one of the main beds of the potatoes. See here, these ones are doing quite nice. These are a type of red Pontiac, I believe they are. So these aren't too far from finishing up. You can see the flowers now just popping up here. So once they've flowered, they'll probably all start to die back, and I'll pull them all out. We also then have one of the short beds with some carrots up the front, capsicum up the back. These are bought capsicum. I didn't seed these, so I'm interested to see how they go. This one is pretty much dead, I think, because something chomped the main stem. Hard to see, but again, a little bit more weeding that needs to be done on the fence. This bed, I'll be interested to see how it goes, because it's actually not the greatest compost in this one, but we'll see. We got some peas that are going to grow up these sort of trellises here, and celery is the little one you'll see at the front. Another bed of potatoes. These are can't remember which one. I've got it written down somewhere. And then up the back, some new dwarf beans that I've popped in here. I forgot to say, once the potatoes come out of here, I'm actually going to have corn up the back. And then I haven't actually decided what I'll put at the front, but that's the plan for that bed. And this bed probably won't have corn because the tree gets in the way a little bit, and they do grow quite tall. But I'll see what the plan is. So this is the old, previously 7-foot borage, which was a bit insane. I'm actually going to cut this down this week and get rid of it. The flowers have been awesome. I've loved that, but yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what happened, just got absolutely massive. As far as I know, borage does not normally grow like 7 feet tall, so it was like over the top of the fence, which was just incredible. But the flowers are quite nice. Bees enjoy it, but yeah, I'll have to find some more flowering plants to put in here. Down to the side, you can sort of see some more potatoes there. They're just random ones. This is Kaijawa. I think that's how you say it. These two plants are kaijua. They're not what everybody thinks they are looking at the leaves. It's actually a climbing fruit, sort of a relative of capsicum, I believe it is. No, cucumber, sorry. The cucurbit family, I think. So they're going to hopefully grow up this trellis here. Got some actual cucumbers here. Another kaijua just there. This is just a really nice flowering plant. Really beautiful flowers. I can't remember the name of that one off the top of my head. This is so sort of like an underplanted tomato. So this whole row is going to be tomato, cucumber, kaijua, whatever else I can fit on there that enjoys the trellis, which will be part of the back section of the bed, and then the front will be lettuce, beetroot, carrots, things like that will not take up too much space. But yeah, another big bed of potatoes. There's some red Pontiac and pink eye in here. I underplanted some beans, not with the intention that they would survive, but they actually have, which I'm kind of happy about, except for that one there. But they're still doing okay, I guess. This one's flowering, which is kind of cool. Over here we have a much newer assortment of plants. Nasturtium just down there. A few assortments of tomatoes. So we've got things like Black Russian, Romas, yellow cherry, and then a beefsteak tomato over there. There's things like basil and lettuce interplanted to help them out and take advantage of the space. Over on this side are some tomatoes that are in a way self-seeded from compost. They actually were self-seeded in the veggie pod, which I'll get to shortly. But they aren't doing great. After I moved them in here, they have not enjoyed their time, so might see how they go, and if needed I'll get rid of them, put something else in, or put another set of tomatoes in. We'll see how we go. Over in the shed bed we've got more potatoes. We're gonna have a lot of potatoes. It's gonna be great. Mashed potato for days. There's also a couple of nasturtium hidden in there just to provide a little bit of flowering potential. And this, I can't remember what the name of this is, but this is in the middle of that bed. But we don't want to remove it because the leaves are quite nice. And the flowers are too. They're actually really interesting. It's like these little bud flowers, I can't remember. This was me. This bed is somewhat cursed. Almost everything I put in here dies. It gets sunlight. Like right now it isn't, but it does get sunlight eventually. But these beans that were in here have been eaten. The lettuce is, so there's a lettuce there. There were lettuce there and across here as well, but they're all dead. So I'm not exactly sure what the problem is here. It's pretty good soil, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll just move over. We got lavender, bay leaf. These are Sambucus nigra. So I might actually try and harvest these berries once they ripen up, and then cook them up. You can't eat them unless you cook them, as far as I know. And within all of this are things like roses as well. So this is something we have. Oh, and a little friend has arrived. I'll show you her in a second. Just down the back. Oh, hey girl. There she is. How are you? I'll get your meat in a minute. Just hang on. Actually, you need to jump off that. I need to look in there. So then we have some more potatoes. These guys are flowering. Nice little flower on these. So these are purple Congo. So these are actually a purple potato, which should be fun. You'll see some random gorilla planting that I've done. And this is the veggie pod. So I've got just some random beetroot seeds. I literally sort of just chucked some beetroot seeds in here and they've actually grown, which I was quite surprised about. Some lettuce from seedlings that I've grown, basil, and a jalapeno chili, strawberry, and then the beans. So you may be thinking, hey, the strawberry needs to be pollinated. And with the pod over it, how do you actually pollinate it? Well, I'm probably just going to self-pollinate or sort of manually pollinate that, but we'll see how it goes. This is really good soil. This is like my first real batch of compost that's actually good quality stuff. So pretty happy with this one to see how it goes. And then there's the dwarf lemon, which isn't exactly dwarf, but this is also fruited. Citrus smell is so nice. There's our little magpies come for a feast. And over here I've got the seedling greenhouse, which has been really cool. I'm still struggling with my methodology for seedlings, but this is basically what we've got going. So there's a few more various types of seedlings in here. There's things like the what are these? These are zinnias. I've got some more. These are actually dying, don't worry about them or them. This is strawberry spinach over here, so I'm really hoping to get that out. Moldovan dragon heads just for some nice flowers, and some tomato seedlings that aren't working. I really have to clean all this out. This is heal oil, the medicinal plant. And then there are, I can just get down here, some sunflowers that went a bit nuts. I don't exactly know what happened here. Some other various seedlings up the back, things like chives, some other tomatoes here. And then down the bottom, some cucumbers and zucchinis on the left. And then over on the right, behind these purchased lettuce, is some corn. So this stuff here is corn. So that's the corn that's going to go out in the garden soon. And I'm going to put these lettuce out in the garlic bed very soon. Anyway, that is that. Enjoy your day.